Okay. Boom, boom, bam. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Grand Rising, kings and queens. Grand Rising. Hope all is well, and I hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. It is Wednesday, July 23rd, 2025. And I am here today to host a great debate show. I'm your favorite Uncle JJ. Back, better than ever, baby. Up in it, bitch. And today I want to talk a little wrestling. Not a whole lot of other stuff to talk about right now. No NBA news, NFL training camp. There's a few developing stories, but nothing that I haven't already mentioned. When is Trey Hendrickson going to get his contract extension? Is Shamar Stewart going to get his contract to show up in Bengals camp? Is Michael Parsons going to get his money, or is Jerry Jones just going to just keep playing around with him until week one, just to give the people in the media world something to talk about? Which is why I kind of refuse to talk about it. And Tua Tagovailoa said some things this morning in camp about Tyreek Hill. When asked about the relationship, he says they need to fix it because it's not quite there yet, because Tyreek Hill made those statements, I'm out, after the season ended for the Dolphins last season and they missed the playoffs. Tua Tagovailoa said, man, I don't think he should just come in here and just say my bad. That's what he said, and act like nothing. So, yeah, do you all agree with Tua Tagovailoa? Should Tyreek Hill owe him an apology? Should he be trying to patch up the relationship? Or should they all just shut the hell up and just win a damn playoff game in South Beach? I don't know. I talked about Tua and Mike McDaniel yesterday on my most important, who has the most to prove in the NFL on each team yesterday. That was the list. It was a long list. I gave you 32 names for each 32 teams in the NFL that had the most to prove. Tua Tagovailoa might have made that list. Go back and check that episode out. Also, around the NFL news, Brian Dable came out today and said, hey, there is no quarterback competition. Russell Wilson is our starting quarterback. Jackson Dart and Jameis Winston will compete for the backup position. That was the interesting news that came out this morning. So there is no quarterback controversy in New York. As of now, Russell Wilson is their starting quarterback, and Jackson Dart and Jameis Winston are competing for the backup role. Do y'all think Brian Dable made the right decision there? Whatever decision he comes up with, week one, it better be right. Because if he's wrong, that's your ass, Miss Postman. And that's probably exactly what's going to happen. All right. So that's the NFL training camp developing stories that's going on right now. Not a lot more to talk about other than that. I'll take this time to speak to everyone. Hello to Jake over on YouTube. Hello to everybody here on TikTok joining me right now. Jay Shaw, El Parandero. Hope I said that right. Fish Slayers, Mr. Locked In. I like that. Batman is back joining me. Thank you, brother. How you doing? ZBA, the relationship. Road, Chi-Town in the building. What's up? Big Fish RJ, Real Zan, something, Jared, Denny W, Kerry Jackson, Jack Fables, 501, Cabana Boy, Seawheel, Evans, Doris, Control Chaos, Cecil Hernandez. Man, thank all of y'all for joining me right now here on the Great Debate Show. I'm your favorite Unc. I do this weekdays, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. And today I want to talk about top 5 wrestling finishers of all time. This shouldn't take long at all. Reason being, number one was pretty easy for me. And I got some bills to go pay. So I'm not going to be here for 2 hours today. I'm not even trying to be here for an hour. I'll read a few comments and I'm going to keep it pushing. And we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. NFL training camp is open all around the league. We're waiting to see about Trey Hendrickson and Shamar Stewart, what the Bengals are going to do. Michael Parsons and the Cowboys. All of that distraction. Jerry Jones will probably wait till week one before he pays him. That's what he always does, right? So I don't even really like talking about that. Tua Tagovailoa told Tyreek Hill, we need to fix this relationship. You can't say I'm gone, I'm out, and then just come back and say my bad. He wants that relationship fixed. What are the Dolphins going to be like in 2025? And Brian Dable has said Russell Wilson is the starting quarterback for the New York Football Giants right now. Terry McLaurin is not in training camp. He is somewhere near the DMV area because he just Took a picture with a fan earlier today. So he's around. He just wants to get paid. Now, from what I'm hearing, Terry McLaurin wants over $30 million per. And now if that's the case, I can't blame Washington for putting their foot down saying, we're going to draw the line in the sand right here. We're not paying you a penny more than 30 per. I mean, Brandon Ayuk gets 30 per, and most of us Niner fans don't even think he deserves it, but he got it. I'm okay with Terry McLaurin getting 30. He's had 5 straight seasons where he's gotten 1,000 receiving yards. And he's done that with Taylor Heineke. I don't remember these quarterbacks' names, to be honest with you. I don't remember them before Jaden Daniels arrived in 2024 as a rookie. He still managed to get 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons. So I like that, and he's my number 10 in my top 10. But only because I took Malik Neighbors off my list. And I done that because, well, these rookies are having great rookie seasons, but it's hard to put them above these veterans who's been doing it consistently. Let these rookies come back and do it again for a second year, and then we can put them back on there. So I took Malik Neighbors off the list from 7, and I just slid everybody else up, and that's how Terry McLaurin was able to make that list. If T-Mac doesn't come to camp and doesn't get paid, I don't know what to say about Washington offensively. But if he wants more than 30, I kind of get why General Manager Adam Peters is tripping. He did say yesterday we'll do any and everything we can to get Terry McLaurin paid and to get him in camp. We'll see how that develops. That's all the NFL news I have right now. For all the training camps around the league that's open, these are the biggest stories developing right now. So let me go ahead and give you my top 5 wrestling finishers of all time. I don't think this is going to take long, and I don't think it's that hard for me. First, I'll give you my honorable mentions. What's up, everybody? Again, to Mosum, Chad, Kiwi76, Kyle Koskin, McCloven Talks Wrestling. He said, favorite WWE wrestler, foreign edit. I don't know what that means, man. I'm going to give you my favorite wrestler. I can give you that. Josh Boy said Goldberg Jackhammer. Marco Adams is in the building. Yeah, that might make my list, Marco. I ain't even going to say that out loud just yet. That man Batman says, hear me out. I think Roman is about to get pinned by Reed. The lights go out. Ambrose walks down the ramp. Oh, man, stop it. Are you serious? Dean Ambrose? John Moxley? Is his contract up in AEW or something? That's interesting, that man, Batman. I don't know. We'll see. But he's been taking too many pins here. I'm about to do a video coming up pretty soon, I think, on how Triple H is burying Roman Reigns. That's what it's seeming like. Now, he took a pin by Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. How many more times is he going to get pinned? And if he's going to be here past WrestleMania 42, why are you not putting him back in the championship picture? I don't know. We'll see. CM Punk did say, on my way up the ladder, I'll meet you on your way down. He said that about a year ago when they was, kind of crossed paths a little bit, and he was about to help him at Survivor Series War Games. He kind of gave you the script of the future then. And that's what it's looking like. Roman is going down while CM Punk is in the championship picture right now. Roman isn't. What's up to Paint in the building? Do you have the Tiffany Stratton Money in the Bank briefcase? No, I don't have Tiffany Stratton's. No, just the regular green Money in the Bank that you see right here behind me. What's up to Colton Gilliam in the building? He says hi. Hello. Yago Lopez in the building. Where you from, brother? Memphis, Tennessee. I know you hear it. That's why he's probably asking. Yeah, Memphis, Tennessee. Magic Johnson, where you been, brother? He said he's from Northern California, Yago. I'm not. I wish I was, but I'm not. I love it out there, and I got to get back out there soon. Got to get out there soon because there's a lot of stuff I didn't get to do. I still didn't hit the Golden Gate Bridge. I still didn't get to actually travel into San Francisco. Traffic was bad, and I just said, you know what? That's all right. We go back to San Jose. I was in San Jose and Santa Clara for the most part of that weekend, and that was 6 years ago. So it's time for me to get back. But anyway, all right. Enough about me and where I'm from, Magic and Diego. Let me get into this list, shall I? If anybody is interested, please bear with me. This will be pretty quick. I'm doing top 5 wrestling finishers of all time. Here we go. What's up, Jason? Christopher? Trey Hallman? Okay, number 5. And again, I know y'all may not like my list, but we're all different and we like different things. I'll give you my honorable mentions first. Figure 4. It hurts, and it really does hurt. But it just doesn't have the impact as the 5 finisher moves that I'm about to give you. But the figure 4 definitely is an honorable mention. Undertaker's tombstone, Bret Hart sharpshooter. Yeah, I think that's about it. The technical stuff I can't put in the list, but I do like it. Maybe Kurt Angle's ankle lock, and the Claymore kick in GTS. Go to Sleep, CM Punk, and the Claymore by Drew McIntyre. Those moves are really slept on. The Claymore is really, really underrated. But unfortunately, it didn't quite make my list. Okay, let's see here. Crazy, I'm just a random stoner living in Spain. What's up, Spain? In the building. Watching YouTube. I'm glad I popped up in your algorithm. He said, I'm scrolling down and I get to see a Tennessee guy talking about I don't know what. Ha ha ha. Good luck, brother. Big hug from Spain. Thank you, man. I talk sports. I give wrestling content on a daily basis. Wrestling, NFL, NBA, boxing, UFC. I try to cover it all for the most part. And we still got to talk some college football before the week is over with also. Arch Manning, who's going to run the SEC, what to expect from the Big Ten, and all of that. We're going to get into that too before the week ends. But this is the things that I cover. Diego Lopez, so all the way out from Spain, man, big hug to you too, man. And I hope you come back. If you can stick around, maybe you'll like what you see, maybe you'll like what you hear, and you'd like to go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Or that like button. It really does help me out in the algorithm. I'm glad that I was able to pop up in your algorithm today, coming all the way from Spain. Shout out to Spain, man. Would love to be out there right about now vacating. What's up, OC CJ? He said the last ride is the best one. That's your opinion, OC. Not a bad one either. Not a bad one. But it ain't making my list. I'm sorry. Again, honorable mentions. The sharpshooter, the figure 4, the tombstone, the Claymore kick by Drew McIntyre, GTS, and even Kurt Angle's ankle lock or angle slam. Those are the 5, 6 moves that are honorable mentions for me. And you all may think that those are better than the ones I'm about to give you, but let me go ahead and give it to you right now. My top 5. Number 5, The Miz, skull-crushing finale. I'm sorry, y'all, but that is a very good move, and it looked even better when he first started doing it around 2010, 2011, when they pushed him all the way to the moon. Before they start burying him and turn him into a jobber and just this comedy relief guy. The Miz was really good. He's good on the mic. He's good in the ring. I don't know why people like The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, and a lot of other superstars that I thought were world champions. Vince McMahon just didn't see it that way. But that Skull Crusher finale. I know he's a laughing stock right now, and I don't even care to see him on my television anymore if it's wrestling. However, man, if you put somebody's arms, if somebody would have put your arms behind your head, and they kind of got you in like a full Nelson lock, and ain't nothing you can do about it, and then they take their leg and they sweep it right in front of yours, and so you're gonna actually go forward and just fall flat on your face because your arms are, he's got your arms, and your legs, well, he takes that out the way too because he just sweeps it off your feet with the other one and whoop, and now you're hitting face first to the mat. The Skull Crushing finale is one of the best in my opinion. It's number 5 for me. I'm sorry, but it's just my opinion. Number 4, I tried my best to take this finisher off my list for some of those honorable mentions that I just named, but I couldn't find a way to do it. I just couldn't. Gail Kim comes in at number 4 for me. Her Eat Defeat finisher. She used to use it in WWE, her short time there in the early part of her career. And then she went to TNA, and she did a great job at TNA doing it too. I mean, I love that move. I'm sorry. She takes her foot, and well, she grabs your arm, and then she takes her foot and her leg, and she raises it up, and her foot is like under your chin or the side of your face, and then she just falls to the mat on her back, and you're gonna fall straight on her foot, kind of pop up, and you're just gonna fall back and hit the mat. The way it was done, it was good to me. I loved it. And it's kind of like a double entendre. You can say eat defeat, which is what it's called, but I used to think it was eat the feet because, hell, her feet is right there and your face right there by your mouth. It's like you're eating her feet. So I used to think it was called eat the feet, and but it's really eat defeat. Either way, I think it still works. So that's a good move, man. Shout out to Gail Kim. She's the only woman that made the list. So I hate that, but some people probably don't even think she should make my list, but she did. Number 5 was Skull Crushing Finale by The Miz. Number 4 is Eat Defeat by Gail Kim. If anybody can't visualize that finisher, go pull it up real quick. And you may come back and say, yeah, Unc, I don't know, that movie is pretty hard. I like it. Number 3, another hard move. A move that I used to use on people back in the day, playing around on the playground, we're at school, recess, senior year. We jumped the freshmen. We got in a lot of trouble, mainly because we used this wrestling finisher, and, well, we kind of used it for real. Students were in the office snitching on us left and right. We got in trouble. We didn't get suspended, but they kind of broke our tradition. We were out there putting pedigrees on everybody out in the back schoolyard. Yep, we were. The pedigree was a hard move, in my opinion. I mean, he's putting your head between his legs, and he's taking your 2 arms, and you've got them pretty much strapped up. Like, you might as well be in handcuffs because you don't have your arms. And they're behind your head, and they're behind your back while your head is in between somebody's legs, and he just drop you on your face. That's a hard move to me. I'm sorry. That was hard. So the pedigree, in my opinion, is number 3. Now, again, Triple H was not quite the better wrestler than Shawn Michaels. And I watched NXT last night, and I gotta say, kings and queens, Shawn Michaels is better than Triple H in booking wrestling too. NXT was good last night. The Undertaker and Trick Williams, that was a great segment. I shitted on it at first. I'm like, man, I don't want to see the Undertaker old ass. I just saw Oldberg. Now I gotta see Undertaker. I'm looking at Nikki Bella. I'm tired of seeing these people. Go away. But this was good. The Undertaker just played his role. He didn't do the Undertaker dead man stuff, you know. He was actually the American badass minus the motorcycle, and he came out and talked his shit to Trick Williams. Trick Williams did a great job. Undertaker did a great job. He got the choke slam in the story. Then at the end of the show, he gave his flowers to Javon Evans. Very, very young up-and-coming talent. That was good. That was huge. It tells us what they think of these superstars and where they're going to go. I think all of these people should be on the main roster. NXT at times, some weeks look like it is the main roster. I see better wrestling matches. I see better promos. I see better storylines on NXT than I do sometimes on Raw and SmackDown. That's just my God-honest opinion. That's my facts. That's my truth. That's what I see. And I think Shawn Michaels is better than Triple H in booking wrestling, just like he was better in the wrestling ring. And it was close, but Shawn Michaels has him beat. That's just what I saw. And I just wanted to say that for a minute. Anyway, number 5 was Skull Crushing Finale, The Miz. Number 4, Eat Defeat by Gail Kim. Number 3, The Pedigree, Triple H. Number 2, the first 2 were pretty easy for me. Number 2 is the Diamond Cutter / RKO. Now, I have to put the Diamond Cutter in this because even though RKO was better than the Diamond Cutter, because Randy Orton always tweaked it, it would come from out of nowhere. You never know when he would hit it or how he would hit it. You could be standing in the middle of the ring and get dropped with an RKO. You could be flying out the top rope and catch an RKO. You could be trying to do something on the middle rope. Psych, you thought you was going to do something. Gotcha. RKO. But the Diamond Cutter still has to be mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, because the RKO is the Diamond Cutter. We know that, right? That's his move. So we got to give Diamond Dallas Page his due, his credit, his flowers. But Randy Orton just did it better. I mean, he always still, when you think he's did it in every type of way you possibly can, he goes into the playbook and he comes up with something different. And again, what makes this move so good, just like my number 1 finishing move, the op always makes the move look even better because they can sell it so good. The way they hit that mat, bounce off of it, flip over, or just stay there and lay there on their back. It's just interesting how he does it and how they sell it. RKO slash Diamond Cutter. Bang! Is my number 2. Number 1, real easy for me, and I'm about to read y'all comments. The flying elbow from Randy Savage. Hey, that's a good one, man. That's a good one too, Tater. And I look, y'all, there's a lot of moves that could make this list, and if we were doing top 10, Macho Man's Randy Savage flying elbow probably would make that list. But again, I'm sick of spears. Everybody's spears now, so I didn't want to use the spear. I hated the jackhammer. That wasn't all that to me either. So I'm sorry. Yeah, that didn't make it. But now I gave Goldberg some love. Last week he did make number 2 on my list as far as the top 5 greatest entrances, wrestling entrances of all time. He made that list. Go back and check that out on YouTube if you missed it. Okay? All right. I'm about to read y'all comments and see what you're talking about. Been a wrestling fan since before the Attitude Era. Says Adam Leon 8. Yeah, man. Me too. Me too. But wasn't the Attitude Era the best? I know a lot of the young people don't like to say that or admit that, but man, wasn't it the best? All right, number 1. Speaking of Attitude Era, this was easy for me. The Stone Cold Stunner. It's the greatest finisher of all time. It's the GOAT move, and the ops can sell it so wonderfully. Nobody did it better than The Rock, but a lot of opponents that Stone Cold had really could sell that damn Stone Cold Stunner. Everybody except for Vince McMahon. Whenever you saw that stunner, I mean, anyone could get that stunner. You could be a wrestler, you could be a part of the training staff, you could be a part of security, you could be an official, you could be a ref, you could be the general manager, you could be the chairman, the CEO of the company. Anybody, you could be a woman. Anybody could get dropped with the Stone Cold Stunner. And that's why Stone Cold is about the GOAT. That's why he's on the Mount Rushmore. That move, just a quick kick in the stomach, a quick kick in the gut, turn around, put your head and your chin right here, ever so gently over my right shoulder, and all I'm going to do is just drop on my ass to the mat, and you're going to chin to shoulder, drop, pop up, and do whatever the fuck you want to do after that. And if you know The Rock, he sold a stunner better than anybody else. Better than anybody. Better than anybody. WrestleMania 15, go back and pull those up. Man, he got stunned, hit the mat, went on his back, took his hand, flipped back over, legs over the top rope, and then he fell. I mean, just staggering everywhere. Nobody did it better than The Rock when it came to selling the Stone Cold Stunner, but just like the RKO slash Diamond Cutter, you can sell it. The op can sell it too. And Stone Cold's opponents, what made the stunner look so much better was when the opponent knew how to sell it and make it look good. Booker T, he sold some good Stone Cold stunners. When they had the moment where they would drink the beer, and they drink the beer, and you know the stunner's coming, and he made sure the timing was right, drink the beer, get kicked in the gut, take the stunner, that just spit all the beer out. As I drop and pop on the mat. Perfect. Mwah. That's my list, ladies and gentlemen. Do you all agree? Number 1 for me is the Stone Cold Stunner. And yes, Stephanie got one too. Oh, yes, she did. Stone Cold, low-key overrated, says X-Man. I've never heard that one before, but I have to disagree with you on that. I thought he put together good matches. I thought he had great promos. I thought that he talked more shit than anybody. And we loved him because he was just that, good blue-collar American, citizen that just gotta go to work. But I hate to come to work. I hate my boss. You know what? Screw you, up yours and give me a hell yeah. And I'm gonna drink beers on the job and get drunk on the clock. I mean, it was some hard shit. So I don't know if you're saying he's overrated just based off in the ring or what. But a combination of all those things I just said is why Stone Cold made wrestling what it is today. I mean, I don't know what the WWE would have been if they would even still exist if it wasn't for Stone Cold and DX. I mean, they really did save the company when Eric Bischoff, Mr. 83 Weeks, was kicking their ass over there in the WCW. RKO Best Finisher says, Bray, it's my number 2. So I think we're kind of here, Bray. We're here. You can turn it into anything. You can. You can. And that's why I got it high on my list. So again, if you just came in, my top 5 wrestling finishers of all time. Number 5, Skull Crushing Finale by The Miz. Number 4, Eat Defeat by Gail Kim. Number 3, The Pedigree, Triple H. Number 2, RKO / Diamond Cutter, because the RKO is the Diamond Cutter. So we got to give him love too. And number 1, you hear the glass break, you hear the glass shatter. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's that stunner. Anybody could get it at any given time, including Stephanie McMahon. And it was wonderful to see people like Booker T, The Rock. Who else was good at taking stunners? A lot of people, but it was just good to see people take a stunner. Man, it was good, especially when they get to drinking beers and they time it right and they spit the beer out. Nobody did it better than Booker probably, but nobody in the ring in a match did it better than The Rock. He could sell the hell out of a Stone Cold Stunner. I don't know, it's hard for me to put anything on top of the Stone Cold Stunner, but my honorable mentions were more technical moves, submissions, like the sharpshooter, the ankle lock, or the angle slam by Kurt Angle. The figure 4, because that shit really does hurt. The figure 4 of Ric Flair. I also think I said the Claymore kick in GTS. Those are my honorable mentions. But yeah, man. Oh, and Tombstone. But nah, top 5, man. I could not take Eat Defeat off. That is a hard move. I like Gail Kim's Eat Defeat. I loved it. And I'm sick of Spears. I wasn't never a fan of the Jackhammer. And the only way Hulk Hogan's leg drop would have made my list is if I was doing top 5 worst finishers of all time. That's the only way I would have done it. Okay, what's up, Bray? He says, W, top 5, I agree. Thank you, man. We're here. We kind of have the same ideas with our top 5 finishing moves. Bray, oh, he's talking to Red Eye. What's up, Red Eye? Thank you for joining me. Said, how about them Cowgirls? How about them? I had some interesting things to say about the Cowboys yesterday when I talked about every person on every NFL team who has the most to prove in the NFL this season. You'd be surprised who I picked with the Cowboys. But thank you for the comments, Bray and Red Eye and 501 Cabana Boy in the building. X-Man. Thank y'all for y'all comments. Adam says Stephanie can get one too. She did get one. She did get one. Yeah, Vince couldn't do it, says Adam. No, Vince was terrible at taking those stunners. And I don't know why. Did they never practice them or what? He was always terrible. At an older age, when he was in his middle age, I mean, he just never got that right. I was just like, all right, no more stunners to Vince. Okay, yeah, I think I'm caught up and I read everything then. That flying elbow from Savage, I don't have any problem with anybody putting that on their list. Jawan Jennings to the Steelers says, iffy. Well, I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, the 49ers just said yesterday, Lynch and Shanahan, that he didn't even request a trade. And he's already reported to camp, and they expect to see him in practice today. Will he? I don't know. Are they going to pay him? I don't know. But him going to the Steelers is highly unlikely. Dre, what's up, Dre? He said 49ers might not make the playoffs, to be honest. Definitely not winning the division. Well, on paper, you're right. They shouldn't. But they got to play the game, though, Dre. They've got to play the game. Who's your team, Dre? I bet you he won't tell me. He didn't want me to critique his team. He just wants to critique mine, probably. All right, y'all, that's it. That's all I got to say. Jordan, ice cold take. Ice cold take. Okay. Talking to Jordan there was Jason. What did Jordan say? He said, hot take. The Bengals is the best team in the league if they have a defense. If they have a defense last year. Well, they didn't have a defense, though. So what does that make them? And I don't know if they have one this year either. Trey Hallman. I have CM Punk winning. Top 5 wrestling finishers of all time, or you have him winning at SummerSlam? The GTS made my honorable mentions. I do like it, but sometimes it doesn't look as good depending on how big the person is he's trying to put up over his shoulder. Jimmy, the one, said bang, bang. Bang, bang to you, brother. Let's get it. Let's get it. What's up, Paul? Louis says bang, bang also. My Niners are in the building. My Niners are in the building. Y'all haters going to have to step aside. Favorite W. Okay, I said everything. I've got it. Okay, so I'm caught up on the comments, and I don't know. Maybe y'all didn't want to hear wrestling today. I don't know. It's kind of a little light. The traffic is a little light today, it seems. But I wanted to get this out of the way. The top 5 wrestling finishers of all time. I never got a chance to do that last week because we had so many lists to talk about. We did NBA top 100. We did NFL top 10 quarterbacks, NFL top 10 wide receivers, NFL top 25 teams in the past 25 years, and we did top 10 edge rushers. I did all of that last week, Monday through Friday. And I'm here Monday through Friday, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. If you missed any of those episodes, you're new here to the show, subscribe to our YouTube channel, type in The Great Debate Show, go over there and check those videos out. Those videos are up right now, and they ain't going anywhere. Go check them out. You may like it. If you do, give me a like, give me subscribe, follow on TikTok, follow on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. A lot of great debates that we have randomly throughout the week on the Facebook page. Just type in The Great Debate Show and follow that page. Okay, I'm about to put this on the Facebook page right now and see how many people will engage with me on that. Top 5 wrestling finishers. I just had to get it out of the way. Again, NFL training camp developing stories. Not a lot to talk about. I mean, Jauan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall, they're the number 1 and number 2 if they show up and play. If Pearsall comes off the PUP list, which Shanahan said he was going to pretty soon here. So I don't know why he's on it now. Jauan Jennings, he's at camp. Will he play? Will he practice? I don't know. Tyreek Hill and Tua. I told y'all that in the beginning of the episode. Tua said me and Tyreek Hill ain't really straight. He said I'm out. And now he's back acting like he said nothing, saying I'm not bad. He said, no, we got to straighten that up. We've got to fix that relationship. Do you all agree with Tua? Should Tyreek fix their relationship? He did say I'm out of here. He also said later on that was just frustration, and he doesn't want to leave Miami. Or do y'all think Miami just needs to win a playoff game down there in South Beach? And in New York, Brian Dable said that there is no quarterback competition. He said Russell Wilson is our starting quarterback. Jackson Dart, who I hear is throwing some darts in training camp already. I just saw that notification pop up. But Jackson Dart and Jameis Winston are only competing for the backup role as of now. I hope Brian Dable knows what he's doing because his seat is pretty damn hot right now. At least it should be, and I'm sure it is. I hope he's very, very, very strategic with his game planning and his play calling and who his quarterback is going to be when week 1 gets here. He's saying it's going to be Russell. I hope he's making the right choice because if he's wrong, that's his ass, Mr. Postman. All right, that's all I got. This is probably the quickest episode I've done since we've been doing these live streams here the past 3 months. I don't have anything else to talk about, though. There's not really a lot of other developing stories. Micah Parsons is not going to get paid until Jerry Jones gets ready to pay him. Same old shit in Dallas. We don't know when Trey Hendrickson is going to get his extension, if he gets it, in Cincinnati. Shamar Stewart is not in training camp either, the first-round pick. So we'll wait to see what happens with those two. And, one more thing. Geno Smith in Las Vegas now with the Raiders. He said something interesting yesterday when training camp opened. He said, I didn't come to Las Vegas to roll the dice. I came here to run the table. That was a bar. But now he's got to back that shit up, though. And besides Ashton Jeanty in his backfield, who could be the offensive rookie of the year, does Geno Smith have enough on this Raider team to run the table? I don't know. I'm sure Raider Drock, somebody who's always here with us on YouTube, I'm sure he would have something to say about that. EP Signature, I missed you, man. He said, showing love, been busy with work, but I'm here now, and I'm glad you're here, brother. Thank you so much, and welcome back to the Great Debate Show. That guy Yeager says, what do you think are the top finishers of all time? I missed it. Okay, I'll run it back to you real quick. EP Signature also said the Diamond Cutter and the Texas Cloverleaf. All right, I like that WCW vibe you're giving out right now, EP. Let me give you this list back. Then. Number 5, top 5 wrestling finishers of all time. I had The Miz at number 5 with the skull crushing finale. I like that move. I'm sorry, y'all. If it looks good to me and it makes me kind of laugh and it makes me say, damn, It's on my list. So 5 was Skull Crushing Finale. 4 was Gail Kim's Eat Defeat. If you don't remember that move, if you can't visualize it, please go YouTube it, Google it, check it out. I like it. I loved it. Number 3, Triple H, The Pedigree. I'm sorry, it's one of my favorites. Number 2, The Diamond Cutter / RKO. EP, you got one right that made my list. And number 1 was easy for me. Number 1 and 2 was easy for me. The Stone Cold Stunner. That's my list. My honorable mentions were Tombstone, Figure 4, Claymore Kick, GTS, and the Sharpshooter. Those were my honorable mentions. Yep. Did I say Tombstone, Sharpshooter, and Kurt Angle's Angle Slam or Ankle Lock? Those were my honorable mentions. But yeah, I just couldn't find a way to take off Eat Defeat and Skull Crushing Finale. I know that probably could have been Macho Man Randy Savage's Flying Elbow. I know that probably could have been number 4. Number 5, I probably could have put the Figure 4 because that move really does hurt. But I don't like putting, submissions on my all-time finisher list. I just don't. They don't look as entertaining, exciting. Does it have impact? Yes, but nah. So that's my list, man. Nothing tops a Stone Cold Stunner. Anybody could get it anyhow, anywhere. And RKOs, you could get it anywhere, anyhow, at any time. And those are my top 2 because not only are the finishers great, but the opponent selling the finisher makes it even better. I mean, Booker T spitting all the beer out, getting stunned by Stone Cold. Come on, man. The Rock selling a Stone Cold Stunner at those WrestleManias, WrestleMania 15 to be exact. I mean, this just, chef's kiss. Okay. Jackson Dart should start, says Charles, Taz. Well, Brian Dable said Russell Wilson is going to be the starter. So that's all I know right now, y'all. That's what he's saying. So we'll see if that changes. If any other stories or news develops over time, I will let you know and hit you with an emergency podcast. But as of now, that's all I got. Marco Adams said, what about the Rock Bottom? I was waiting on somebody to ask me about that. As much as I love The Rock, and The Rock is on my Mount Rushmore, mainly for his mic skills, but I wasn't fond of The Rock Bottom. It's really just, I'm going to pick you up and put you on your back. Didn't the Big Boss Man do something similar to that? I wasn't crazy about that either. The Rock Bottom was never one of my favorite finishers. I'm sorry. It wasn't. Pedigree still was better. Man, he's putting your head in between his legs, arms behind your back, and he's just gonna pick you up in the air off your feet, drop your ass flat on your face. That's hard. And I got in a lot of trouble senior year when we jumped the freshmen. I did pedigrees left and right on everybody, and I accidentally kind of did it for real. That had to make the list. I was like, damn, that shit hurt that bad, man. They was snitching like a motherfucker in the office. I got in trouble. I stayed getting in trouble in school, but that's neither here nor there. We were dropping pedigrees. So it had to make the list. Now, we tried to do stunners, but you got to participate in order to make the stunner look good. But yeah, man, the Diamond Cutter was mentioned only because the RKO is the Diamond Cutter, but we know Randy Orton made it look so much better. You could get it off the top rope. You could get it just standing in the middle of the ring. You could get it any damn where. So, yeah, man, that's just me now. Marco Adams said facts. CJTBE said Stunner and RKO. That's my top 2. That's my top 2. You got it. You got it, baby. You got it. Cameron, I think the curve stomp is one of the best finishers. You know what? I do like the curve stomp, and the more and more I see it, the more and more I want to let it sneak into my top 5. And I probably should take off Eat Defeat. But I love Eat Defeat. That shit is hard. Like, even on WWE 2K, when I create my wrestler, I try to make sure I can get that move. Sometimes I'm not always lucky enough to get it. They don't ever hardly let you make that your signature or your finisher, But if I can, Eat Defeat is going to be at least my signature. And then I'm going to come up with another finisher that's going to have a little bit more impact. It's going to be more of a body bruiser type move. But yeah, we agree with that whole stunner and RKO. That's top two. But Cameron, you're right. That curve stomp, it is up there. It's damn near a one-on-one. Jimmy, the one, said, what about Goldberg's spear? I hated it. I hate spears. Everybody does it. I mean, like, maybe Goldberg did it better, kind of, but Batista didn't do bad with it either. Edge, well, he just wasn't, he didn't have the size and physique that those guys had. He wasn't that big, muscular. And so you didn't hear the pop, the smack, as you ran into that other person and you speared him. I didn't care for spears like that. I'm sorry. And I hated Goldberg. Once they rung the bell, I couldn't stand him. Now, on his way to the ring, I loved him. But once they ring the bell, I was like, all right, I'm going to fix me a sandwich. I'm going to go, this is my bathroom break. I hated it. That guy Yeager said, what about Sweet Chin Music or F5? Sweet Chin Music, like I said, now the fact that so many people are doing these finishers now, they're not even like finishers to me anymore. I've seen the Young Bucks do the Sweet Chin Music and the Usos do Sweet Chin Super Kick so much, it don't mean nothing to me anymore. So they've kind of messed up his thing. I'm sorry. That's why you don't let other people do your finishers. I'm sorry, I don't like that one. I'll give Curve Stomp a nod, like Cameron said here on TikTok. But I don't care for spears. Sweet Chin Music, everybody does it now. And the F5, never been a big favorite. I've never been crazy about F5. Never have I. F5 is no different from GTS. What's GTS? Not GTS. That's one of my honorable mentions. Go to sleep. I meant to say attitude adjustment. They're both kind of the same, except the attitude adjustment you're falling on your back, and the F5 I'm just swinging you. You're gonna fall on your stomach, on your face. I didn't care about the F5. I should kick out of the F5. I think that I like the moves where he ain't kicking out of that shit. I'm sorry. And on top of that, the opponent selling it so well. But I like y'all. I like your choices. Sweet Chin Music, F5. Thank y'all for the comments. The pedigree, the pedigree made the list. That guy, Jaeger, it made the list. The spear and the super kick didn't use too much. That's what I'm saying, CJ. Way entirely too much. Now Braun Breaker's doing a good job with it, but I'm just tired of seeing it. Everybody does it. I'm tired of seeing it. And then Roman Reigns still does it too. I don't know how much do you think of Roman Reigns to let a young guy like Braun Breaker come in and use that move? I really wish he'd just go with the Steiner name, hit us with a Frankensteiner, and call it a day. I don't know why some of these YNs like to just, I want to make my name for my own self. You still a Nepo baby. I'm sorry. Because Braun Breaker needs some work on the mic. He's good in the ring. He's not bad, but he needs some work on the mic. He's getting pushed because he's a Steiner. Let's just be real about it. Take away the spear. Nobody should be using the spear. I'm tired of seeing the spear. I'm tired of seeing super kicks, Sweet Chin Music, whatever you want to call it. I agree with CJTBE. It's used too much. Okay, y'all. Again, Russell Wilson is the starting quarterback for the Giants. Some people said it should be Jackson Dart. That's what some people are saying in the comments, but that's not what's going to happen. All right, Brian Dable. You're on the hot seat. I've already said that. Don't fuck it up, bruh. Let's see what's up. Still DRE in the building. Thank you for liking the live video. Cameron, thank you for liking the live video. If you would also share, follow, please. I appreciate it. The most devastating move is Brock Lesnar's suplexes, says Cameron. I hate that shit too. I'm sorry. We're going to have to agree to disagree on that one. I don't like Brock Lesnar in the ring anymore. Was he better in his early years? Yes. More athletic, agile, all of that. He was better. But when he came back after that UFC run, and he thought he could just do Suplex City, take everybody to Suplex City, hit you with a few elbows, an anaconda vice or whatever, and that's it. Nah, man, this is boring. Boring. He's the reason why I stopped watching wrestling for a third or fourth time in my life. Edge retired. CM Punk left about a year or two later, and there was nothing there for me. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm out. Fandango just beat Chris Jericho at WrestleMania. I'm done. CM Punk is gone. I'm done. What is this list shit Chris Jericho is talking about? I'm out. Who the hell is Dean Ambrose? I'm done. Yeah, that shit was terrible. 2015 to 2021, WWE, in my opinion, sucked. And I went away. And I didn't come back until I saw Paul Heyman doing some shit like this, watching Roman Reigns and throwing his belts up, and I saw all the pyro, and I heard the entrance music, and I was like, is God about to come out? What the fuck? This shit sounds cool as hell. And Paul Heyman sold the hell out of it. And I saw those God mode shirts, and I'm like, okay. Corey Graves or Pat McAfee, one of them was doing the announcement at the time at the commentary, and I was like, okay, they really selling the hell out of this. And I bought it. I bought what they were selling, and I'm like, okay, let me check WWE out again. I was an AEW head 2019 to 2022. Oh, you couldn't tell me shit. I was one of those AEW marks. Not anymore, though. It's trying to get good again, to be honest with you, but they still got a long way to go. And I'm only watching AEW every now and then a little bit weekly here lately because WWE has been so boring, so copy-paste, so much of the copy-paste booking. I'm tired of Carmelo Hayes and Montez Ford not getting a single run, Carmelo Hayes not getting a single push, not getting the love he deserves, but Stephanie Valkyrie is already being shot to the moon, just like that. And she just got to the main roster. Carmelo Hayes has been there over a year. Why is Obi Femi and Trick Williams still even on NXT? They ain't got nothing else left to accomplish. And if you just got here, I said it earlier, I'm going to say it again. Shawn Michaels was just a little bit better than Triple H in the ring back in their heyday. Some people would say a lot better. But I think Triple H was underrated a little bit in the ring. His promos could be boring at times, but he could wrestle now. Anyway, Shawn Michaels is not only better than Triple H in the ring, he's better than him at booking wrestling shows too. I watched NXT last night and it was good. I enjoyed the show from start to finish. I thought the promos were better. I thought the matches were better. And I think the stories are better. And they're fucking with TNA. And they're doing a good job with that too. And I think it's Raw and SmackDown don't want to have anything to do with the TNA partnership. Just NXT and TNA. Shawn Michaels is putting together some good shows. Booker T is training these people at the Performance Center. So give him a shout out too. Give him his flowers because he's doing a great job. Oba Femi, Trick Williams, Lash Legend, Miss Parker, Jada Parker. Oh my God. Jada Parker. Let me be quiet. But Lash Legend, Trick Williams, you're a lucky son of a gun. You lucky SOBU. That's his wife now in real life. JC Jane, they said she was overrated. She looked pretty good to me. Her two baddies next to her, they're already about to break that up. She's got 2 titles. That's Shawn Michaels saying, forget what y'all talking about in the IWC. You ain't gonna hijack my show. I'm gonna keep running with what I'm running. And it's pretty good. Undertaker was better than I thought he was gonna be last night when he confronted Trick Williams. NXT was good last night from start to finish. I'm sorry. For the people who make these videos about wrestling, these content creators who say, I don't get the NXT hype, you're not watching. You're not paying attention. Your attention span is this small, this short. That's all I can tell you. Because I was actually entertained the entire time. And that's not the first time that's happened in the past few months. So I have to say that, why does the NXT show look like the main roster? And why does Raw and SmackDown sometimes look like it's the developmental promotion? I see more botches on Raw and SmackDown than I saw on NXT. I didn't see any botches. It sounds like everybody is comfortable with their promos. They're selling it. I'm buying into it. It's just a smaller arena. Can Booker T be a little, annoying in commentary? Yeah, he can at times. But thank God Corey Graves is there because he cleans all of that up wonderfully. That guy Yeager is laughing at me, the Brock Lesnar rant. I'm sorry, man. I like Brock Lesnar. I like his entrance, but he reminds me a lot of Goldberg these days. When they ring the bell, I'm going to the bathroom. That's just my take on him now. Now, again, 2002 Brock Lesnar? 2003 Brock Lesnar? Oh, shit. Oh, that was a bad MFer. Then he went to play football, failed at that. Then he went to UFC. He was successful and then not so successful. You know, and then it was back to the WWE. And he just got this bad man persona because he can fight in the octagon. But wasn't he juicing too? Like, he cheated in that too, right? Anyway, and he's gotten his ass whooping there too. You know, I mean, nobody can go in there and not take an ass whooping at some point. It's a rough sport. Man, you talk about underpaid and overworked. It's UFC. But anyway, that's my list. I gave it to you. Stone Cold Stunner, number 1. RKO / Diamond Cutter, number 2. Pedigree, number 3. Eat Defeat by Gail Kim, number 4. And number 5, Skull Crushing Finale by The Miz. That's it for me. I'm done. But y'all got to admit, the arms behind the head, you're kind of like in a full Nelson lock. And then he just takes his leg, sweep it in front of you, knock you off your feet, and you fall flat on your face. That Skull Crushing Finale go hard, y'all. It does, in my opinion. Kalani Jordan is good, too. I forgot to mention her name. You're right. Soul Ruka, thumbs up. Hey, Mike Too Clean. You're saying some shit. You're dropping some bars. All of those people are good. And congratulations to Kalani Jordan. She just got engaged to Carmelo Hayes, somebody who needs to be on television a lot more. You might as well just keep him on NXT then and let him just shine over there. If you can't let him shine on the main roster, he should be shining in the mid-card right now. U.S. title, Intercontinental title, he should have one of them. When y'all get done with this Jacob Fatu solo shit, put that title on Carmelo Hayes. That's what's holding up a lot of this main roster stuff, this bloodline shit. The bloodline is over. It's done. And if you're done with it, then move on. Make some room for this young talent, man. We don't need Nikki Bella on TV. That could be Lash Legend. She's good. So is Kalani Jordan. So is Soul Ruka. So is JC Jane. So is her baddies. So is Miss Parker. So is Miss Parker. They were chanting Miss Parker last night. It was very funny. Jada Parker. Now, what I didn't like was CW just muting the whole damn promo for a minute when the crowd got too hyped and they were saying things that, you know, profanity, I guess, that was being used. I don't know if it was holy shits. I don't know if it was, I don't know what they were saying. But they were muting that shit for like 20, 30 seconds at a time. And we actually missed some of the promo because they were still muting that. I wish they would stop that. Come on, y'all. We gotta, that's the part of the wrestling show. We need, at home, we need to feel that intensity too from the crowd. Stop muting that. I know CW, I know it's network TV and all, but come on, man. And they still kind of do it on Netflix too. Partially. And they shouldn't have to do it at all there. And it should be more edgier. And it's not. Come on, man. Y'all didn't care about us as kids watching that shit. Why do y'all care about these kids? Come on, man. Make it make sense. Mike Too Clean said, dang, Miss Parker. For real. For real. How many wins you think you need to win the division? Says My York 71. 10. 10 or 11. Because I think that the Rams may have some issues with their tackles right now, being kind of injured still, and Matt Stafford is declining, so that may hurt the Rams a little bit. If they get out to a slow start, they're gonna finish good, but will they be able to dig themselves out of that hole? I don't know. The Cardinals, I expect to be better. If you heard my list yesterday, Kyler Murray made that list as far as who has the most to prove for every team in the NFL this season. I kind of expect him to do better. They won 8 games last year. That was probably like a 4-5 game improvement from 2023. But they still need to improve from 2024 in 2025. I think the defense will be better on the Jonathan Gannon, but I think he's still going to get fired if Kyler Murray can't elevate that offense. This is year 2 for Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't want to hear any excuses for Kyler Murray. So, I don't know. I think whoever wins 10 games, they can win the division, though, because the East and the North is so deep and so unpredictable right now. It's hard for me to see more than one team coming out of the West. But I hope I answered that question to you. I'm going to say 10. Kyler better be a fantasy football great this year. Kyler Murray. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I put him on my fantasy. Good comment though, CJ TBE. My York 71 gave me the thumbs up. Thank you. What's up, SB the Ghost? Where you been at, man? Yes, sir. Listen to any Styles P lately? All right. I'm about to get out of here, y'all. Khaled is joining me. It's getting kind of slow here on YouTube also, so I'm about to break out. I think I've been here long enough, nearly an hour. I have reached my mark. I just wanted to do top 5 wrestling finishers of all time, and tomorrow we'll get back to football. Any training camp news, any training camp updates, I'll hit you with all of that and the latest developing storylines across the NFL, across all 32 teams in their training camp. Today, all I have is that Tua is still upset with Tyreek and he wants them to fix their relationship. He's not accepting Tyreek Hill saying, my bad. He said, we got to fix that. You said you wanted out of here. So you just can't come back and act like you didn't say that shit. All right, we'll see how that goes with those two. Wonder how many balls Tyreek's going to catch this year, Tua. Not going to be looking his way, doesn't sound like it. Brian Dable said Russell Wilson is the starting quarterback with the Giants, and Jackson Dart and Jameis Winston will compete for the backup role. Do you all agree with that? And we're still waiting to see what the Bengals are going to do with Trey Hendrickson and their rookie Shamar Stewart. Kind of makes you wonder why they signed Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. A lot of people thought T. Higgins should have been the one that got into free agency and went somewhere else. They locked both of those guys up because Joe Burrow said so. So Joe Burrow is the new Stone Cold. They signed both receivers because Joe Burrow said so. So we can't really call them cheap as we normally do because they paid 2 receivers. The Bengals ain't never done that shit ever. But I told y'all months ago, everybody wasn't going to get paid. And I knew who was going to get left out. Trey Hendrickson. Poor Trey. And now Shamar Stewart, the rookie. Poor Shamar. What are they going to do about those 2 linemen? I'll keep you updated with it as we go. If I hear any other news, I'll come back for the emergency podcast. But as of now, that's all I have. Bang Bang Niner game says Khaled. What's up, Khaled? We're going to surprise a lot of people this year, Khaled. I think the NFL want Josh Allen to win the national championship bad. Shit. Well, I'm going to say this, my York, because you just kind of said something that kind of raised my antennas a little bit. Are you suggesting that the NFL is scripted? And if you are, I ain't mad at you. I make those suggestions a lot on this show. I just don't like to get so obnoxious with it and beat people in the head with it. But if you think that, why do you think it hasn't happened? And thank you for following, my York. I see that. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Why do you think that he hasn't gotten it yet? If it's scripted, I would say he would have it by now. Or maybe it just wasn't his time yet. That's what my mama used to tell me all the time watching football. She would be like, stop all of that. Don't be mad. It just ain't your turn yet. Your teammate, that was in like 92, 93. And then 94 came and I said, well, I guess it's my turn, mama. But my mama was a cowboy. She is a cowboy. So she was like, yep, you got it. You got it. It was y'all year. And then they went right back to winning more Super Bowls the very next year. But I don't know, man. You could be on to something, but I think if you are on to something, then that means it's going to happen. And I got the craziest feeling that this could be the year that Josh Allen finally gets to that Super Bowl and possibly wins it. We'll see. We'll see. Good comments, though. I like it. OJ in the building said, what's good, bro? Man, you, brother. You. Thank you for joining me. Marcos Cardova. What do you think about the Niners defense? I don't know what to think about it. But Robert Saleh is back, and that is a blessing. I think that is what's going to help that defense. I know it's young, but it's also good to be young, right? At least we're not old anymore. Are they inexperienced? Yes, they are. But I think that by the time we get to midseason, that defense is going to be all right. And the better the defense is, the better Kyle Shanahan will be. Look at the numbers, look at the stats, check it out. Kyle Shanahan is at his best when his defense is good. Yep. I don't think it's scripted. One of these great quarterbacks that we have today are going to be left. I feel you, my York 71. I got you. What do you think of Justin Fields, says Ethan? I think that this is his last chance, and I'm rooting for him. And I'm being a little biased when I say I think he can actually get the Jets to the playoffs. But that's just me really rooting for the brother. If he doesn't cut it out this year, though, that's going to be it for him. Good question, though. Good question. Okay, keeping it moving, keeping it moving. As a Jets fan, Robert Saleh just isn't cut out to be a head coach, but he's a top 5 DC, says Ethan. Well, thank you for letting me know that. I actually thought that he actually was getting better, though, as a head coach. And just the fact that he's been a head coach before, it really does help out coming back as a DC. So I do agree with your comments, but I still think the Jets would have had a better year had Aaron Rodgers not gotten that man fired. The team pretty much quit after that happened. I could be wrong. You're a Jets fan. You know more than I do. It looked like they quit after he was fired, though. But he is a top 5 DC, and I think that is why he can still cover up a lot of things, and some of our greatest weaknesses, they won't get exposed as much thanks to Robert Saleh. If we don't win more than 11 or 12 games, who should be blamed for? You know who I'm going to blame. The GOAT, the greatest choke artist of all time, Kyle Shanahan. And yesterday I did an episode on who has the most to prove for their team this year. When I got to the 49ers, go back and see who I mentioned. Steel Dre, should the Lakers trade for Drew Holiday? No. Why would they want to do that? Drew Holiday is in Portland, and he needs to be in Portland until Dame Lillard comes back. Drew Holiday to the Lakers? They got Marcus Smart. They got Luka Doncic. LeBron's still there. I don't know. Why would they need Holiday? I'm confused on that one, Dre. Jordan said, Robert Saleh, go carry this defense. I tell you that. I hope you're right, Jordan. And I kind of do think you are. OJ, I like the safety the Niners got, Mustafa. And you know what? That is some of the reason why I may have to change my prediction when we get to the final predictions of every division in the NFL this season. I like Mustafa too, but I didn't know he was going to be out for half of the season. Yeah, he didn't tear his ACL, but this injury that he's rehabbing from, something happened on top of the ACL or something like that. It's near the ACL, so he got his knee cleaned up and everything, but John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan are saying that he could be out until mid-season. Maybe a little sooner, but he and Brandon Ayuk are not going to be available until mid-season, it seems. And while I wasn't expecting that, who's going to hold it down in the backfield, in the secondary at safety until he gets back? I don't trust Jair Brown. I think he's trash. Can he run? Yeah, but that doesn't mean shit. He has poor angles. He takes terrible angles. He doesn't know how to cut the field off. He doesn't want to tackle. He makes business decisions before he decides to even consider, should I tackle this brother? Yeah, that's your job. So I don't know. With Mustafa being out, that ain't a good look. We'll see, though. I'm glad you mentioned Mustafa, because I forgot to mention that. There's a few people that could be out longer than I expected. And they let George Odom go because he's still rehabbing from an elbow surgery that he had. Okay. Thank y'all for joining me, man. Jordan, OJ, he's out. Pinnock and Grant are starters for right now. I like Pinnock, but Pinnock is not going to be a free safety. He's more of a box strong safety / linebacker hybrid type of guy who's going to be at the line of scrimmage a lot. And Robert Saleh, which is something that I'm very, very interested in seeing, he's going to be blitzing a little bit more out here. And Jason Pinnock is going to be some of the reasons why. He's going to use him at the line of scrimmage a lot, and he's going to be doing some blitzing off the edge and things like that. So I am interested in that. I forgot about Richie Grant. I think he's coming from the Falcons, or I don't know where he's coming from. Maybe Atlanta, but I don't think he was all that. I mean, like, he was a free agent for a reason. But we did sign those two for backup, for safety. And it was a good thing we did, because we need some type of depth until Mustafa gets back. But do you think those two can hold it down until Mustafa gets back? I kind of worry about that a little bit. I didn't know Mustafa was going to be out. I saw Richie Grant and Pinnock as just good depth, not starters. Mustafa really came along, man. And I don't know what to say about Renardo Green. A lot of people say he's still wet behind the ears, and some people think Deommodore Lenoir is the only proven cornerback that we have. I guess we will find out though this year. I trust Robert Saleh to put everybody in the right situations and where they need to be to get the most out of them, production wise. Can Robert Saleh be the next quarterback for the Niners? What if they don't win this year? Oh, you mean next head coach? I'm sure. Yes, Mayork. If you're meaning head coach, I've already said this on this show. I've already said it. I can see Robert Saleh being the interim head coach easily if Shanahan gets off to a slow start and he fuck around and get fired. But I will say this. If we have a good season, like we're hoping for, don't count on Robert Saleh being our DC next year. This is just going to be a one and done. I told y'all I still got it. And he's going to head coach another team next year. You know, he's going to be the head coach of the New York Giants or the Arizona Cardinals or the Miami Dolphins, where he could end up right back in the AFC East or back in New York coaching the Giants. He's going to be a head coach in 2026 if he has a good 2025 with the Niners. So that's going to kind of be a gift and a curse. The gift will be thank you for getting us back to relevancy as a good defense. And then the curse is, damn, but you're leaving again? But can you blame him? Yeah, there will be a line for him as far as head coach. Unless we were to fire Shanahan and give him our head coaching job. Good questions, y'all. Good questions. Ethan in the building said, yeah, we just fired him after a 2-3 start and had no plan. We just threw Ulbrich to the wolves. Yeah, you could thank that cancer Aaron Rodgers for that shit. And that's why I think the Jets could be better this year, because they got the cancer out of the building. Mayork. Can Robert Saleh be the next coach if the Niners don't win this year? Okay, yeah, that's what he was asking me. And I've answered that, I hope. I've answered that for you, Mayork. Mike Too Clean. Reed wasn't considered great until Mahomes. That is true. But would Reed be considered great? I mean, would Mahomes be considered great without Andy Reid? I don't know. I just think they're a good marriage. They're good for each other. But neither of them have been as good as they once were since Eric Bieniemy has left. And I don't know why nobody's saying it. No one's speaking on that. But you're right, Mike. I agree with you 100%, says MyYork71. Well, thank you. Mike Too Clean. Still hope for Shanahan? I ain't got no hope for the brother. The only hope I have is that he will take advantage of this weak schedule, because that's what he does. Mr. Mediocrity at its finest. He will take advantage of that, and when you can't stop the run, he's going to beat you in the head with it. But he's still bad at drafting first-round picks, looking for scheme fits instead of just getting the best talent, instead of just drafting the best player available. He don't know how to do those things. He's not even smart enough to go get Keenan Allen right now. He went and signed Emmanuel whatever St. Brown, the older brother of Amon-Ra St. Brown. We've got the trash version. The Lions have the gold. We've got the trash. And I think that that's just a body they signed to have a body in practice, to be honest with you. He's not making a damn team. Why don't you go get Keenan Allen? Now, if he was told he can't spend any more money, that's a different story. But why is he told he can't spend any more money? Because he spent too much as it is, and he still didn't have a Super Bowl ring to show for it. Y'all, I'm sorry. I don't like Shanahan. I mean, after 8 years, I've had enough. I'm convinced he'll never win us shit. No, not the Super Bowl. Now, could he do it? Yeah, of course he could, but he hasn't. So why am I supposed to have faith in somebody that shows me he's going to choke every time? That's why I call him the GOAT, the greatest choke artist of all time. And if he gets to the Super Bowl, do you trust that he can beat Josh Allen in Buffalo? Do you trust that he can beat Lamar Jackson in Baltimore? Do you trust that he can beat Joe Burrow in Cincinnati? And you know he can't beat Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. So, I mean, like, who will we have to play if we make it to the Super Bowl to win? There's other coaches out there. They may not be available just yet, but there's other coaches out there that can take us to that Super Bowl and win that Super Bowl, because they will be more creative. They will be more aggressive, and they will coach to win the game and not coach not to lose the game like Kyle Shanahan always does. What do you think about the 49ers? We problem. What do you think about 49ers? We problem. Prince Billy 09, if I think I'm reading your question right, I think that we'll be all right. But only because of that weak schedule. There are going to be some growing pains, and we're going to take some lumps on the defense. But I think by mid-season, we'll be all right. Billy said, hey, man, what's up with you, Prince Billy? Mike Too Clean. Bad versus elite teams. Ravens, Bills, and Chiefs. Don't understand why. Because we're not elite. The Eagles just showed us that in the last Super Bowl. We're frauds. Because they did what we couldn't do in 2 tries. And they did it, and they made it look easy. I mean, they made it look easy. So we're frauds. And I blame most of that on Kyle Shanahan. Debo had more targets than Brandon Ayuk. Debo didn't have a better season than Brandon Ayuk. So why did he get more targets in the Super Bowl? George Kittle was not good enough. Not utilized enough. Christian McCaffrey had a fumble, something that he rarely does. He did it in the Super Bowl. Trent Williams was bad in that Super Bowl. And the play calling was very, very, very suspect. As it always is when it matters the most. Good comment, Mike. I don't think Brown will make the cut. He won't, says Anthony. If you're talking about St. Brown, who we just signed, no, he will not. He's just a body for practice. Till Juwan Jennings decides to practice. I don't know. Mike Too Clean. Oh, Jordan talking to Mike Too Clean says, we are horrible against mobile quarterbacks. That's why. That too. But why are we horrible against mobile quarterbacks if Nick Bosa's a top 5 edge rusher? That's what 49er fans tell me all the time. I lose a lot of Niner fans just because I am not high on Shanahan and I'm not high on Nick Bosa. I don't give a damn how much he gets double teamed. And they're over-exaggerating that shit too. All edge rushers, all great elite edge rushers get double teamed. You think he's the only motherfucker to get double teamed? That's elite? He's not elite. He's overhyped and he's a little overrated. And you just explained to me, all of you just confirmed that by saying that we are the worst against mobile quarterbacks. I know why. Because he's the worst against mobile quarterbacks. He's the worst edge I've ever seen trying to defend the read option. When he should go for the running back, he goes for the quarterback. And he's wrong every time. When he goes for the quarterback, he should be going for the running back. He misses every time. He just whiffs every time. It's like somebody trying to catch a mouse. Oh, shit, I got you. Oh, shit, let me get you. Oh, I missed him again. Like, damn. He's right there. Make the right read, brother. Bosa's terrible at that read option shit. Also, our scheme is highly dependent on running. If that gets shut down, the offense shuts down, says Jordan. That's the bar of the day. All right. You said something there, man. That right there is a bar. And I've said that many a times on this show. Every damn time you stop the run, Shanahan throws the iPad on the ground like, okay, I'm done. I'm defeated. What we gonna do now, boss? He doesn't know what to do after that. And that's what I've said before on previous episodes on this podcast. Kyle Shanahan has a complementary offense. And it's a domino effect. When Christian McCaffrey can run the ball, all the dominoes fall, meaning in a good way. Everything works out for us. But when you stop that run, he ain't got nothing else. Nothing. So, that's that. Good comment, man. And you're not wrong at all, Jordan. And it looks like they have our scheme figured out to a T. Everybody stopped our offense. Everybody knew what we was about to do. Everybody saw the Debo jet sweep coming, the screens. Everybody was ready for it. And not just us. Bobby Slowick, I think he got fired over there in Houston. Shout out to D'Amico Ryan for making that decision. He runs our offense. The Dolphins run our offense. All 3 of those offenses were bad last season. It took a while, but it seems like everybody knows how to stop it now. I don't know what took so long. It's one of the most generic, basic, vanilla offenses in the league. Everything is in the middle of the field. Nothing really outside the numbers. Middle. Just defend the middle and take it away. And you've got Shanahan figured out. But they wait till the playoffs to act like they know how to stop it. and they let us have these great regular seasons. That's why I mean, like, some of this shit can't be real. Something's got to be scripted here. Mike Too Clean, that Baker play comes to mind, holding his arm. Mm-hmm. Jordan, Kyle is way too stubborn. I'm already braced for CMC to come be ran into the ground this season. See, y'all get it. Either that or y'all been listening to me more, and I've convinced you all that he's overrated. I don't know. But I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say that this is just your own opinion, and you're right, Jordan. He is very stubborn. Over arrogant, and I don't know why. He's not that smart. Now, can he game plan good? Yes. If he sees a weakness that he can exploit, yes. He's going to do it, ground and pound, run it in the ground, beat you in the head with it upside down. He's got you beat. He's going to do that. But if he doesn't find any weaknesses, and if you can stop the run, he's lost in the sauce. Good comment, Jordan. You are 100% right. Jordan's dropping a lot of bars today. Anthony, hopefully the defense comes back to life this season. I think it can. And that's what's going to help Kyle Shanahan. Because he's never good when the defense is not good. Check that out too. Am I lying? Am I lying? Anytime Kyle Shanahan and his offense has been good, the defense has been greater. Lockett Fellow. What's up, man? I'll say it again. We need to get back original West Coast offense. Man, I don't hear a lot of people say that, but you're right. You're probably right. Whatever it is we get to, it needs to be successful, highly successful. Better than this shit, whatever this is you call it. I can't play with the 49ers on man. And if I do, I'm not using Kyle Shanahan's playbook. Fuck that. Good comment, Locker Fellow. 49ers #1 fan says, yo, what's up? Bang, bang. Bang, bang. That's what's up. I'm finna get out of here, y'all. Howard, how do you feel about Jerry Jones, Micah Parsons situation, My York 71? I said I didn't want to talk about that shit. The hell with Jerry Jones. The hell with Micah Parsons. They do this all the time. And I mean, shout out to Micah Parsons because Micah, he's doing all the right things. He's saying all the right things. He's there in camp. He's not being a distraction. But Jerry Jones just likes for us to talk about his Cowboys and his stubbornness on how he likes to wait to the last minute to pay his players. So that's why I refuse to talk about it. He ain't going to get me. The hell with this shit. I don't care if he pay him or not. And that's just my thoughts on it. But you know he's going to get paid right before week 1. But thank you for the comment, My York. Resist Orange Rap. Your coach is mistake prone. Yep. And that's why sometimes I think it's fake. Because it's like nobody can be this stupid to want to throw the ball this much when we get to the postseason, but never throws it at all really like we want him to in the regular season. And all the other things that he does, the suspect. My York is laughing at me right now. I appreciate the laughs. We all could use one. If Jordan says if Cal gets fired, which is highly doubtful, who could be the coach? Salah maybe? That's what I've been saying for weeks, y'all. Yes, Jordan, yes. You sure you ain't been listening to this show already? You've been here before, Jordan. This ain't your first time here. Yes, but you're repeating everything that I've said before. If we get out to a slow start, like 0-4, 1-5, I could see Jed York pulling the plug saying, all right, that's enough. Last year was bad. Now, I took away a lot of your toys. I took away your money. You're not getting an allowance anymore. You can't spend this and spend that. And this is the best you could do? You're fired. Hell yeah, Robert Saleh will be the interim coach for the rest of the season and possibly for the foreseeable future. But the only way Robert Saleh remains with the 49ers is if we have a bad season, bad enough for Shanahan to get fired, and they make Saleh the head coach. If we have a good year, which I'm kind of thinking we will, of course, that'll be too good for Shanahan to get fired, and Robert Saleh will be too good to stay as a DC. He's going to be going somewhere else. This is just a one-year rental, y'all. I don't think he's actually going to leave. I mean, I think he's going to leave after 1 year if we have a good year. The Cardinals, the Giants, the Dolphins, there will be teams lining up to hire him. Yep. Resist. says we need the NFL bad right now. We're almost here. We're getting close. We're getting close, or resist orange. Anthony, what's up, Anthony? He said, who would you like to see coach the Niners if Shanahan is sent packing? Bill Belichick wouldn't be bad right now, to be honest with you. Just somebody that can just coach and not have to worry about being the final boss, the general manager, making all of the roster decisions. No. If I want a coach that's just going to cook, I don't need you to go get the groceries. I don't need you to supply all the utensils. No, we'll do that. You just cook. And that's what Jed York has kind of told Kyle Shanahan, if you pay attention to what's going on. And I don't think he's good at just cooking. He likes to put everything together. He likes to be the one to say, hey, that's my ingredient. Did you like it? It tastes good? Okay, it's my ingredient. He likes to get the credit for everything. And that's what I hate about Kyle Shanahan. There's some things that I like about him, but I hate this. Is he cool? Does he have a little swag? Yeah. But, yeah. What's up, Jimmy? And Charles and Murdag on Podbean Live joining me right now. Thank you. I was talking about the top 5 wrestling finishers of all time. And I got Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Stone Cold Stunner, number 1. RKO, number 2. Pedigree, number 3. Eat Defeat by Gail Kim, number 4. And Skull Crushing Finale, number 5. And now I'm talking a little football, just answering some questions, engaging with my audience. And I'm going to get it out of here. But yeah, I could see Bill Belichick coaching us. I wouldn't mind if Coach Prime left Colorado and came to coach us. I wouldn't mind if Nick Sirianni got fired and coached us. He's aggressive. I want aggressive. I know I've been hard on him, but he's a Super Bowl coach now. Most of the people I would like coaching us, though, are not available. I don't know if I'd take Brian Dable. I think he's going to be available. Mike McDaniel's going to be available. I would take Mike McDaniel over Shanahan. That's the last time the offense looked kind of good, before Mike McDaniel went to go take the Miami Dolphin head coaching job. So it makes you kind of wonder, how much of this was Kyle? How much was this more Mike McDaniel? I see less motion in the backfield. It's just a bland, vanilla, boring offense that everybody has figured out. So I'd take damn near anybody over Kyle. I'm sorry. Thank you for what you've done. I do appreciate it. Just like I appreciate Debo. But you have to know when to pull the plug. This is it. We've gotten all we're going to get out of you. And at this point, I just think the juice isn't really worth the squeeze when it comes to Kyle Shanahan. He's not an offensive genius. And it's not even close to me. The same shit every Sunday. When it's successful, I wonder, how is it so successful? How? How did you not know they were going to throw that skinny post or that slant? It's the same shit every day. Every week. I miss the feeling to get through the week for some football. It's coming. It's coming. Jordan says, I swear I have it. Okay, they're talking amongst themselves. I believe we can have a good year if we don't have injuries. Well, that's a big if, Jordan. We have them all the time, and we've got a few right now. Jordan said we need to get Keenan Allen or Gabe Davis or Amari right now. Hey, I hear there's a developing story that came out yesterday. I believe, who made that report? I can't think of his name right now. But he's pretty credible. He's sort of a credible source. He said that he thinks we're going to trade for a cornerback before week 1. And he thinks we're going to get Gabe Davis at wide receiver before week 1. Now, he's got to be available when week 1 gets here. But I'd take Gabe Davis. He's much better than St. Brown, who we just got yesterday. He's not going to make the team. But I would prefer Keenan Allen. But I'm hearing we may get a corner. I don't know who we could trade for. They won't be better than just signing Jair Alexander. But we didn't do it. I think that, and this is why they have to just draft better. This is the York saying, just draft better. Stop waiting on other teams to develop these players, and then you see that, okay, they are good. We should have drafted him. Well, let's just give him a lot of draft picks, and we'll trade for him. Now, that's how you get into the situations you're in now. Draft better. Draft better. But I heard, I don't remember who the reporter is, I can't think of the name, but yesterday I heard that we're going to trade for a corner by week 1, and we're going to sign Gabe Davis. I thought maybe Kyle would probably do a Amari Cooper. He kind of fits that blocking and all that stuff a lot more. Because that's all Kyle does, scheme, scheme, scheme. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I'm about to sign off, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. Do you think CM Punk going to win the World Championship? Yes, I do. And I think he'll be the World Heavyweight Champion for about 2 minutes. And then Seth Rollins is going to cash in immediately after. I got a theory about that Seth Rollins injury and everything on YouTube right now. If you go to the YouTube channel, check out that video. It's going to say top 25 NFL teams in the past 25 years / Seth Rollins theory. Check out what I'll say about that. It has a lot to do with what I just mentioned. Jordan said, yeah, I saw that. I forgot as well. It's all good, Jordan. All good. Would you like Gabe Davis, though, to be our receiver this year? Thank you for the comment, Samoa Bob. Even though he's wrong, I'm not even going to read it. Do you think Brock Purdy's a top 10 quarterback, says Santo Costello? Yes, I got him at number 9 on my list. Sure do. And if you want to hear that list, I hate to keep redirecting y'all to YouTube, but that video is up on the YouTube channel. You can't see it on TikTok. I mean, they don't let you see those videos anymore, which is what I hate. But the reels, I've got plenty of reels here on TikTok. Okay, I think I'm caught up now. Can we stay injury-free? I don't know. Right now, Brandon Ayuk is on the PUP list. Ricky Pearsall is said to come off the PUP list pretty soon here. We'll see. If so, Jawan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall are probably our number 1 and our number 2. And Jordan Watkins, I hear good things, though. Maybe that young wide receiver room are going to step up and do their thing. I think Shanahan has been told not to spend any more money. And they're going to have to make this work. Just like Smokey's mother said on Friday. When he went to go get the cigarettes for her, he said, this ain't enough. She said, well, make it enough. I think that's what the Yorks have told Shanahan and Lynch. You better make it enough. And if you're a good coach, that should not be a hard thing to do. I see Andy Reid get to the playoffs, win 14, 15 games. Tyreek Hill has been gone. Rashee Rice was out last year. And Worthy was a rookie. Can't wait to see what the NFL is going to do with Rashee Rice. He's got to do 30 days in jail, and he's on 5-year probation due to a bad accident, traffic accident that happened nearly 2 seasons ago. Man, with our wide receiver room, I'll take anyone that's solid. Laughing my ass off, says Jordan. You and me both, brother. Jordan also said, love the show, man. Been here twice. 100. And I hope you're coming back for a 3rd time and a 4th and so on. Thank you for the comment, and I hope you do enjoy it, and thank you. Thank you for liking the live video, Jordan. Brian, thank you for coming in. He says, Brock, arm still hurts. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all. I haven't heard anything about his arm hurting, though, Brian. Who's your team? All right, y'all, I got to get out of here. Time to go pay those bills. I gave y'all top 5 wrestling finishers of all time, and I gave you some news around the NFL with training camp now that it is officially open. DG said, remember the 2022 NFC Championship game? Yeah, of course I remember it, but I haven't heard him having any issues from that injury since then. I haven't. Now, I did question, will he ever be the same after that injury? They downplayed everything. He came back. He's played. It is what it is. His arm was pretty weak before. His arm strength was pretty weak before the injury. So, I don't know. I don't think it really hurt anything. But if that arm turns out to be an issue still and he's already gotten that contract, the 49ers would probably go down as one of the dumbest front offices in franchise history because they just continue to give quarterbacks money who are not worth it. Now, I'm not saying Purdy's that guy, but we're going to see. We're going to see. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here, y'all. Speaking of the Cowboys, Tanner Basketball 20. You'd be surprised what I had to say about them yesterday on the list when I did people who have the most to prove for each team. And then on Monday, I did five new NFL teams that will make the playoffs this year. I don't know. I wonder if the Cowboys made their list. They probably shouldn't, but they probably did. Go back and check those episodes out. It's a lot of content on the Great Debate Show YouTube channel. Please, y'all go subscribe if y'all haven't. And if you're not following me here on TikTok, please do. I thank y'all, and y'all have a good one. Brian, you do the same. He said, hi, it's tough. Have a good one. You too, man. You too, Brian. Hold on, what's tough? Oh, you're talking about the arm. We'll see. We'll see. Steel Dre, thank you for joining me. Brian, you have a good one. And I'm out of here. Y'all be safe. Until we eat again, I'll be back tomorrow, noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. And again, whether I have live episodes or not, ladies and gentlemen, if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you won't miss any content. Any at all. Tomorrow, we'll talk more about Russell Wilson and the Giants since he's named the starting quarterback. And who are the Browns going to go with as their starting QB? We'll talk about the Browns. We'll talk about the Steelers. We'll talk about the Bengals and their Trey Hendrickson debacle. Maybe some more Michael Parsons and Jerry Jones. All of that and more tomorrow on The Great Debate Show. Y'all be safe and have a wonderful Wednesday. Peace out.